right now. It's a neighborhood on edge.
You walk out your door and somebody just shoots you for no reason.
You know, you're walking up and down the road and you're looking at everybody like maybe that's the person.
I believe that this person lives in this neighborhood.
I feel deep down inside that that person killed my boy, and they need to get him off the street.
Fear returns to Seminole Heights, though for some, it never left. Tonight, police are patrolling the streets looking for the person behind the fourth murder in a matter of just weeks. This murderer has been able to fly under the radar since gunning down his third victim last month.
And Katie, I can tell you that tonight here in Southeast Seminole Heights, it is eerily dark and very quiet. People, of course, are afraid to leave their homes because there is a killer on the loose. But let me get you right to the very latest in this investigation. A fourth person was found dead early this morning. Police say his murder is related to 3 more from back in October. SWAT teams have been going door to door in the neighborhood looking for the person who did this. This time, police say they have a description of the suspect, a thin black male dressing in all black with a black baseball cap. Police were on the scene just moments after the shooting, but didn't find anything. They say 60-year-old Ronald Felton was crossing the street to meet someone when he was killed. His sister says he was working at a food bank when he left. And then she told us she wants everyone to know why it's so important that his killer is caught.
It could be their family member hurting like I hurt. It could be, you know, somebody close to somebody that they know. It could even be them. You walk out your door and somebody just shoots you for no reason. All he was doing was helping the homeless. He wasn't hurting nobody. He wasn't doing anything to nobody.
Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn has a similar message. He told our Reginald Roundtree he is sick of telling families like those of Ronald Felton's that their loved ones won't be coming home. So he wants someone to come forward with the information that they need.
The next victim could be their mother.
Absolutely.
They need to talk to us. If they see anything, they need to talk to us. This no snitch culture.
Right.
It's got to stop.
It's got to go.
It could be your mom.
And joining me now is Nightside reporter Sarah Rosario. You have been in this community talking to people, and they are understandably very afraid of what's going on.
Yeah, that's right, Catalina. Talking to people, fear is permeating this community. That shooting happening just right here at this intersection behind us, so close to houses, a church just down the street. Many popular restaurants are in this area. Some people I spoke to say they are getting out of here. They're picking up, they're moving, while others I spoke to tonight say they're not going to let these murders define this community. A fourth murder in Tampa's Seminole Heights neighborhood has fears of a serial killer on the rise.
They were telling us that this was over, and it's not.
Pam, who's lived in Seminole Heights for more than a decade, is too scared to tell us her last name.
It's just dangerous. It's dangerous to be out here. I mean, you don't know who this guy is. He's got a gun. His purpose is just to kill people.
She lives and works just blocks away from where the latest shooting happened. 4 murders in less than a month.
We're moving our business. We're moving. We can't do this.
Lifelong resident Corey Kreitz agrees. His mom lives on the same street where the latest victim, Robert Felton, was killed overnight.
She has a firearm next to her bed. She's ready. I mean, unfortunately, it's sad to have to live this way in this community. This community is not like this.
The string of murders is now marring the historic neighborhood's revitalized reputation. The McKiernans also live on the same street.
Police came through and searched our yard, searched our house twice, and they were like, stay inside.
Comforted by the police presence, they say they won't be paralyzed by fear.
Love the neighborhood, love the people. It's a shame it's happening here, but I don't think it's indicative of the people who live in this neighborhood whatsoever.
In a community meeting Tuesday night, a message of hope resonated from Tampa's police chief.
We have to stick together. We're not going to let whoever's doing this, whether it's one person, 2 people, or whoever, we're not going to let them take over. We have to stay together. We turn on our porch lights. We go outside together. Don't go out alone. And if you see something, you got to say something.
And Carolina, as you just heard, many people are emotional. They're very scared and taking the advice from the police chief. That couple that we just heard from, they told us they're not going to let these murders stop them from going out in this neighborhood. And coming up in the next couple of minutes, we'll check back in on them. I have a whole nother story where I'll tell you about what they plan on doing to support the local economy here.
All right, Sarah, thank you. And you know, it's not just the police patrolling this neighborhood. We talked to the Guardian Angels not too long ago. They have been in this neighborhood every single day for 3 weeks. I'm joined now by Ron Smith, but I know you as Jaws. Tell me what you've been doing tonight in the neighborhood, helping people get home safely.
Well, we've been here since 5 o'clock, and a lot of people are getting off of work at different times, and some of them don't have vehicles, and some of them have actually asked us to help walk them home because they're a little afraid to walk by themselves, and we've been doing that throughout the night several times.
And how do you make sure that people don't impersonate you and confuse people in this neighborhood?
Well, before each patrol, I make a phone call and let the sergeant in this area know how many of us will be out and what time we'll be here from.
Give us a feeling of what people are telling you, how they feel. Are they afraid? Describe it for me.
Well, they were just finally getting to the point where they could start going outside and barbecuing and opening up their windows, and now they're like back to sealing up the doors and the windows. They're afraid to come outside.
All right, Jaws, thank you. Thank you for talking with us. For those of you who don't live in Seminole Heights, you know, this is a small neighborhood. And Katie, the area the police are searching is southeast Seminole Heights, which is even smaller.
This gives you a really clear sense of just how small the neighborhood of southeast Seminole Heights is. It's just a little more than a half a mile by a mile. Now, compare that to downtown Tampa. It's about the same size if you don't include Channelside. It covers downtown St. Petersburg from North Stroud Park to Albert Whitted Airport. And when you compare southeast Seminole Heights to Tampa International Airport, believe it or not, the areas are roughly the same size. Now, add the fact that so many people are looking for this killer, and it is really surprising that he's been able to avoid being caught.
And we're going to continue doing live coverage throughout this newscast throughout Seminole Heights, and of course bring you the information that you need. Remember, now is the time to get the free 10 News app. It's free, as I just mentioned, and we'll send you all the alerts that you need as soon as new information breaks in these murders. You can also get updates on our Facebook page and WTSP.com. Also, you can count on us to stream news conferences live no matter what time of day it is. So again, you really want to stay on top of that because I know a lot of people are waiting on the information that they need and again, hoping that this killer is caught. Katie, I'll send it back to you.